The thoughts and opinions of this show is that of Drazy and does not coincide with all of Dre's Radio Cafe. Listening discretion is advised.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's episode is not really an episode. It's just a follow through on some things I wanted to talk to y'all about. In terms of Dre's Radio Cafe, today's a Dre's state of the cafe address, I guess you can call it. I just wanted to really just touch base with y'all, let y'all know what's really going on with Dre's Radio Cafe and what I'm planning on doing, and to see if I can get y'all's feedback on some things too in the process. All right. First of all, thank you so very much for taking the time out to just listen to this 15 minutes, maybe 17 at the most, minute just documenting everything that I plan on doing in terms of the cafe, things that's got going on, my intentions, everything that I'm doing, things that I'm working on, things of that nature. If you hear some some mowing in the background, I mean, apparently I'm in my spot. But, man, let me just start by saying I thank you so very much for taking the time out to tune in, even to my station, or to maybe Teresa Taylor, and or to Boss Lady, or Psycho the Urchin, or Michael Reed James. The list goes on and on and on. Dub C's, constructive criticism, Major versus Indie. The list goes on and on and on. Support local artists. Thank y'all so very much for really taking the time out to dedicate yourself to listening to, local artist music. You can be doing anything else, but you're listening to local artists, and that's a big thing, a very big thing. In terms of Dre's Radio Cafe, I'm trying to figure out where to start at, because when it comes to, let's just start with the music itself. I will be getting back into the studio more. I will be making more music. I am working on some projects. If you haven't heard any of my music lately, my newest track is Over Dramatic, featuring Miss Ladyface and Miss Fabulous. I'm also having a remix done with King Pimpin'. So I'm working on that. I also got a song coming out real soon with Money Matt. I've got music with Young Real. I've got music with Trey Mack. Solo Nitty Gritty. The list goes on and on and on. That's already in the process. So I'm doing some things already in the process. Also, I'll be hopefully working on some new stuff in terms of just my music myself. Let me see. Stress Relief is the first project I'll be working on. Stress Relief. Real soon. I'm working on some projects for that. I got a lot of music I've got in the works. I'm just basically just going through bits and pieces of things. All right, so you'll be hearing Stress Relief real soon. I hope it's just as good of work as everything else I've ever done in my past. So I'm slowly working on that. Also, I'm working on some sponsorships. Really just trying to deal with some in terms of like Dr. Squatch and Circle. And so I got my hands in a lot of things I'm trying to do right now. In terms of the station itself and a lot of podcasts, I am working on Rate My Vibe. Rate My Vibe, it will be happening. I've cut back some of my time at work, so I have to make a day to where I can literally get online and work through StreamYard and do my show called Rate My Vibe, where I will be listening to people's music one-on-one with everybody, the listeners around me, and we're going to rate my vibe, all right? Also working on a lot of other shows. Still got the round table in the works. Still working on my Dre's 8, of course. I get them every Wednesday and Friday. I'm still working on the Hangout every Monday. I'm working on, In My Opinion, a lot of new topics for In My Opinion. If you haven't heard any of the 6, go to Spreaker Radio or to iHeartRadio or any of the platforms that you normally listen to and look up In My Opinion. There you will see my episodes. The very first one, I think, is 5 Things for a Relationship. I've done Traits for Friendship. I've done How Not to Lose a Friend. The list goes on and on and on. Also, let me see. Excuse me. Oh, yes. I am working on a bunch of new music reviews. If you haven't already, I'm in the process of, and I'm still working on some. Right now, I'm working on Sean Vega. I know it's been a long awaited thing, but I am doing Cocaine Boo. That's going to be my new one, and I'm working on right now. and I'm very, very impressed with the album. I'm going to do my full review on it and let y'all hear it in its entirety, the whole album, while I give my reviews on it. Then I'm going to go back through and probably do a second review with everybody listening that hasn't listened to the first time, and then we'll go through it again, hopefully. So we'll go through it 2 times, all right? I'm also going to be doing Kia Rap Princess. I'll be doing her new album, her little EP. She got 4 songs that I'm working on, listening to. I also want to do Fred Diggs. Alright, so I'm going to be doing Fred Diggs too. If you got any other suggestions of albums that I need to go through and I need to do, feel free to let me know. Send them to drezey21 at yahoo.com. That's DREZ as in zebra, EY21 at yahoo.com. Alright. Let's see. I'm also working on a whole lot of new stuff. The station itself. If you like to send drops, you're welcome to send drops. Send them to drezey21 at yahoo.com also. Shows coming up, things of that nature, interviews. I will be doing a lot more interviews this year. You will see me doing a lot more interviews. Shout out to all the radio stations that have given me nominations for, awards. I'm trying to put in the work. I'm sorry I haven't been more effective than I usually am, but I'm trying to put in the work as much as I can. It's been a struggle for the past 2 years, but I think I'm trying to get better handles on it. If anybody has suggestions in terms of shows, show ideas, want to be involved, do a little bit of something, feel free to hit me up. I will be glad to listen to it. I'll be glad to take in your opinion. Also, I'll be working with a lot more artists this year, getting more in depth with them, talking to them more, getting more in tune with what's going on. It's kind of hard for me to sit back and say what I will and won't be able to do because I don't know how time is going to permit me to do things, but the process is the process. All right. Man, let me think. If it was for me to be able to do a lot more, I have to give myself a lot more time. And that's what I'm working on now. I will be talking to, also creditors. I'm going to try to set myself up with talking to people in terms of the credit brothers who can help you get you back your credit back on track. I'll be working with some of them sometimes down the line, see if I can get a little bit of information from them, get a little segment from them every now and then, see what I can do to help y'all out in terms of your credit and stuff. Also, we'll be dealing more with a lot more commercials, not commercials in terms of just commercials, just more like advertisements. Like I said before, I'm trying to work with some sponsors, and I only sponsor stuff that I use. So you will see me sponsoring some things down the line. Also with the station, I'm dealing with the station a little bit different. Trying to be more in tune with my audience, the crowd itself. You'll be hearing a lot more different styles of music. My boy Clayton does country. I will be dealing with country music a lot more into the easy rock, more of the rock style. I'll be doing a lot more different styles of music this year. So hopefully it's not going to deter you from anything. Hopefully I will get the station up and 100% running the way I want it to run, the way it should run, like I had it before. The 150,000 listeners every week is going to come back. Overseas, just thinking about the idea of what the station can be and what it can amount to is amazing. Let me see what else is going on. A lot more chat rooms, man. I'm going to be participating more in being in other people's chat rooms. I'm going to be more participant in, making sure I'm letting the right people get their shine. So if you're in the chat rooms listening to my music or listening to my shows and y'all giving me feedback and you're talking to me and, things are going the way it should go, you're going to see yourself get more feedback. I think a lot of people are taking this approach now. I think it's more helpful. I think visually seeing me more now is going to be a little bit different too. You'll be seeing me a lot more on some more vivid shows. I'm going to record them shows and be able to put them onto my platforms. Be able to do a lot more things that I hadn't did in the past. So you will be seeing a lot more of my shows visually. Alright. They may be after I get done doing my work at my job, or maybe prior to my job, or maybe in the midst of my day, or you may see me with Princess. I might be all over the place. I'm also working with getting some of my shows aired on other people's networks. At the same time too, I'm hoping that I can get more networks pulled in. such as Boss Ladies Radio, More Than Music City, let me see, Major versus Indie, Global Empire. I'm trying to talk to Global Empire. I'm also in the works with Bust Down here in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm doing a lot more things now, so I got my hands in a lot more of the pie that I want, and I'm just trying to disperse it the best way I know how. Make sure I'm having a good time. Make sure I'm doing it the way I want to, because y'all know I'm all about music. So the music thing is going to be a major thing for me. All right. I'm trying to think of what else I actually have going on that I didn't touch on. I did Rate My Vibe. I did. I'm getting back to 20 to 1 this year. Let me explain 20 to 1 to y'all one more time, so you understand what 20 to 1 is. 20 to 1 is and I'll start taking submissions for that real soon. I don't know exactly when exactly we're gonna do that, but 20 to 1 is real simple. It works in the concept of kind of like what is it? It's kind of like American Idol, but it's for radio. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a lot of music. I'm gonna take people's music submissions only, and you can only submit one song. I'm gonna take a submission for songs. I'm gonna get 20 of them, and every week, me and everybody that's on the panel, everybody that's listening, everybody in the chat room, everybody that's gonna be involved, will listen to this music in its entirety. All right. Each one will put in their input, their feedback. We're gonna dissect these songs. We're gonna make them, and we're gonna go through them one by one, and eventually, by the end of the season, we will have one winner, and that winner will win, some prizes, some opportunities to be on different shows, opportunity for their music to be displayed on a lot of different platforms. So I'm really wanting to get into that. So that means if you've got the talent, go ahead and start working on that now. Start getting yourself together. Start putting yourself in a better position. Because I will be doing 20 to 1 again this year. Hopefully it will be just as good and just as better as it was in the past. So I will be working on that also. I'm trying to see if I can give all my shout outs and everything in here while I'm in here also, because that is very important to me. I like to give a lot of people their flowers while they still do. I've done shows in the past. Let me see, for not only Cartel Fam, 100 Proof, I've done a lot of different shows, but my main concern right now is making sure that I'm taking care of everybody that listens, man. I'm so blessed to be able to have anybody here listening to the shows and involved and taking time out to say what's up. I'm really just trying to, let me see if I can get into my notes and see my notes real quick. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. So, really, I'm trying to, let me see, radio information. Bear with me just 1 second. Radio info, okay, cool. All right, so, real quick, if you're on one of my platforms, you're on a lot of platforms. So you're on, if you ever hear yourself on like Spreaker Radio or iHeartRadio, you also got to understand that you're also going to be on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Deezer, Podcast Addicts. There's more to come. I haven't got a full list of them, but I'm going through the motion on them, so you will be seeing a whole lot more of them. Okay. Shows, like I said, I'm going to be going through. I'm going to go through Rate My Vibe. That's up for debate. Yeah, that's up for debate. I meant to tell y'all. I will be getting back into that. I am actually partnering with More Than Music City, which is my brother SOS, and Shorty J or J Paul, whichever one y'all want to call him. And we're going to be doing some that's up for debates in terms of like music and stuff. Music reviews, music itself, top 10, top 5s, top 20s. We'll be doing all that kind of stuff, and that's up for debate. I will be getting back into that. Musicology 101, I will start doing that again. Also, in my opinion, I'm working on a roundtable, Dre's 8, and then a hangout. So I got some new stuff like that. If you'd like to submit ads to me, like I said before, send me an ad. Listen very carefully, guys. if you're listening to this right now, I appreciate you so very, very much. If you got an opportunity, just send me a drop. A drop is real simple. All it says is like in your own voice. You can use any kind of radio recorder on your phone, at home, whatever the case may be. Just saying, hey, this is such and such, and I'm listening to, Dre's Radio Cafe. And if you send them to me, I will put them on the station. I will use them in my shows, in my podcast. You never know where I'm gonna use them at, but I use them all the time. So you're more than welcome to send me a drop, and I promise you I will use it. Also, if you have any show coming up, any shows or any kind of activities or anything of that nature that y'all want advertised, I'm doing this for you for the Lowski Boski. I'm doing it for free. So just to help you out at the time being, because once I get to the point where I'm getting too many, I'm gonna have to start, affiliating myself with charging somebody. But right now it's free. So as long as it's free, take advantage of it. Just let somebody know, hey, I got a show coming up in Albuquerque, New Mexico on such and such a day. Come hit me up, blah, 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 blah. Let them know the information. You see what I'm saying? But let's make that happen. Also, send your music. All music. I'm listening to a lot of music. I play a lot of music. I go through the records. I put myself in that position. I want y'all to be heard, man. It's not always about me. It's about everybody around me that wants to be heard. So I am putting music out there too. And I thank y'all so very much for donating the music. Let me hear the music and everything else. Let me also send this out. In my display of my house, I have a whole gang load of like awards and accolades and things of that nature that I appreciate so very much. My very first Chalice Cup I got over there from Dre's Radio Cafe, very first year I started. Very, very important thing to me. My award from the UMAs. Shout out to BMO. Shout out to Stress. Shout out to Jen. All of them over there. I will be getting more information about the UMA Awards coming in October 15th or 16th. It's in Georgia. I will get that information for y'all too. I will take that into consideration, take all that into consideration, and I will be passing that information on to y'all, okay? Tickets are on sale now. I may be giving away a set of tickets, all right? So just be prepared, all right? Man, all my shirts that I get from different affiliated, people around the world, 100 Proof, Cartel Fam, Black Law Rebel Music, Lena Lay. The list goes on and on and on. Young Real. I am blessed to be in the presence of this circle that I'm in right now in terms of my music and in terms of doing music. So I'm trying to get that cleared and squared away. But yeah, I want to be able to make sure I tell everything to y'all that I need to tell y'all. If you haven't heard any of it in here, let me know. If y'all like to sponsor or send money, send it to Cash App, $ DREZEY21. Alright? All the donations that y'all send me go straight to the station. Doesn't go to my pocket, doesn't do anything else. It goes straight to the station for shirts, music, any of that nature. I'm always using that money for something that has to do with the station because I put a lot of money into the station, whether it's for speaker radio, for StreamYard, whatever the case may be. So if you'd like to donate, feel free. I'm going to give y'all ways to reach me at the end of this segment right here, but I'm getting ready to get up out of here. I want to say thank you. I want to send my shout outs. Embassy Radio, Smack the Plug, Boss Ladies Radio, True Fam, Tommy Tracks. Shout out to my homeboy Tommy, Tommy Rice, man, Mabby's Entertainment, Infusion Radio, Smack'em Radio, Michael Reed James, The Power Hour with Dub C's, Constructive Criticism, Nitty Blanco's show, Indie Heat Series, Major vs. Indie. The list goes on and on and on. I thank y'all so very much. I'm getting ready to get up out of here. If you listen to this whole thing, send me a shout out. Let me know y'all love me, and I will shoot y'all a shout out on the next show. Put God first. Protect, provide, spread love, and get this money. I'm going to let y'all know how to reach me. And then I'm out of here. Peace.
Ways to reach me. DREZEY21 That's DREZEY21 You can also call 615-540-3998. That's 615-540-3998. If I do not answer, feel free to leave me a message or send me a text message. I will get them as soon as possible, and I will return your message, all right? Also, you can check out the website, www.Dre's Radio Cafe. That's www.DRESRADIOCAFE.com, all right? Man, so many ways to reach me. Hit me up whenever you get the opportunity. That's Dre's Radio Cafe. What you sipping on? Let's get into it. Let's go.